no one is watching, you are still having self-improvement and self-growth. You never know where your art is going to reach, who is going to discover your art, when they're going to discover your art. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Selena, and today we are talking about why you should continue posting on YouTube even if no one watches. And this is coming from someone who is a smaller creator. I still post on here even if I get 10 views, even if I get 32,000 views, I am still here. Honestly, these are some of the tips that I have that I think have helped me continue on. I am so close to getting monetized, and it's not all about that for me, but I do really enjoy making YouTube videos, and hopefully some of what we discussed today helps you out. I do think, especially as a small creator, that it is very discouraging when you don't have a lot of views, especially on videos that you work hours on. When it comes to filming, I feel like that takes a lot of time. For me, there's not a lot of quiet in my house, and trying to strategize time to get that quiet. And I know it's different for everyone. You know, people have kids, people have business meetings, people work overtime, and they have YouTube channels. So it's very hard to keep up the positive attitude, to be honest, especially when you have other obligations. I also work full time. Editing is something that I do typically at night, and sometimes it's like, I want a break. But you do have to treat YouTube like a business if you want to succeed and have it for long term, to be honest. Some of my views have been as low as 11, and I do want you to think about how your viewers would be if you talk to them in real life. 11 people is a lot. 11 people in a room. Can you imagine presenting that way? Some people will say yes, some people will say no. Okay. Another magical number that I get that could be seen as a low amount of views would be 37. Now, ask yourself, do you feel like you could present in front of 37 people in person? It's different. And I think something to note too is a view is a view. Someone's watching you, someone still clicked on your video. I don't think because it's not 500, 1,000, 10,000 views that it's not a successful video. We do have to keep in mind that every single view counts, and that probably sounds cliche, but just think of how you presenting yourself in front of each person, that does translate to a broader audience. People from all around the world are watching you. In my analytics, I see so many people from around the world, and I think that's great. The globalization of it all, social media kind of shrinks us and we're able to connect with each other a little bit more, but every view does count, and you really never know who you're reaching. One big thing that I tell myself is that you never know where your art is going to reach, who is going to discover your art, when they're going to discover your art. You really never know, and then you also never really know how that's going to impact that person. I talk about this in almost every single content creation video. Think of how you use YouTube yourself. How are you consuming YouTube? A lot of people use it for relatability, a lot of people use it for news, education, a lot of background comfort. I always talk about having a YouTube video playing while I'm cleaning, or when I'm listening to a podcast that also gets put on YouTube, I'm listening to that on my walks with my dog. When I have a vacation planned, I always like to look up what this looks like for someone else. I watch the vlogs, I watch cruise vlogs, I look up what to expect. People are always using YouTube as a research tool, and I think that's great. But thinking about how you're using it is how you can use that tool to improve your content. And thinking about how you use it, you can use that to improve how you're presenting your videos. If you always like sound effects in people's content, do you want to start adding sound effects? Do you always like a really calm background noise in the back? Maybe you can add that on a really low volume in your videos. Paying attention to that can also help you work on yourself. And that's another huge thing for me. Even if no one is watching, you are still having self-improvement and self-growth. Think about it like this. If you are talking to the camera or doing a voiceover or you're editing a video, even if your face is not in it, you are still working towards something. You're creating art. You are editing something. You are doing something that you either have never done before or you've done it before and you're working to perfect it and develop your craft. Especially as a small creator, if you don't have any views, this is the perfect time for you to continue to work on what works best for you, what kind of niche you like to do, what kind of videos you like to film. And if you don't have a lot of eyes on you, honestly, sometimes that's a bit nice. Sometimes people don't want a lot of people perceiving them at once. Sometimes people don't want a lot of that added pressure, and a lower amount of views might take that away. It does take guts to be on YouTube. It takes guts to talk in a public setting. It takes guts to be on a social platform, even if it's just your profile picture. You know, sometimes when we have trolls in the comments and they don't have their picture on there, you can see people responding and being like, hey, you don't have your picture on here, of course you're hiding, blah blah blah. Or if they do have their picture on and they're a troll, then they get torn to pieces as well. Either way, we do know we're not going to please everyone. Some people we will, some people we won't. Not saying you should have controversial content, but a view is a view. If people don't like your video, that might gain attention for it. If people do like your video, it still might gain attention. I recently did a commentary video where I kind of called out someone on Love is Blind for making performative activism their personality. And I did get some dislikes on that video, which is understandable. Not everyone is going to agree with me. However, still develop your craft for you. Don't do it just for the views. That's my biggest takeaway there. At the end of the day, if you have a YouTube channel, it's your channel, it's for you. I think if no one's watching your videos, I don't think that should make you stop. I have so many videos where they gain traction months later. The most viewed video I have on my YouTube channel right now is that how to shave video. When I first posted that, it did not get a lot of views. Those views developed over months, and I will share those analytics with you. I'm still shocked that I see it grow. I am still shocked that my other video about having 4,000 watch hours and I'm not monetized yet, I'm actually shocked that that video had 18,000 views as well, because for one, I didn't really do a lot of editing on that video. I edited that video right before vacation. I finished editing that video and uploaded it to YouTube at 2 a.m. and I scheduled that to be published on the Sunday during my vacation where I won't have service. Then I come back to so many views and I'm like, what the heck? So I say that to say it's always a video that you don't think will go well that goes well. I know it's not about the views, but just think about if you didn't do that one video, or if you didn't publish that one time. You seriously never know how the outcome is going to work. And let's just say you take a break, okay? That might give you the break you need to come back to it. I have not been posting as much as I've been wanting to lately. Honestly, I was in a good rhythm of 2 to 3 times a week. And a goal for myself at minimum is 1 time a week. But I have so much going on. I've been working every weekend. I was recently out of town. Family has come into town. Mental health has come to town. So, oh my gosh. I just have so much, and all of us do, right? All of us have so many obligations and things to do, but I do think, ending on a positive note, there's always some sort of positivity in your creation process. If you need a break, you need a break. That is what you needed to get the creative juices flowing to come back better than ever. If you're sad that no one's watching your videos, that might be the groundwork that you needed to reevaluate your channel. What's going well? What's not going well? Am I not editing this the way I want it? What are my analytics? What is my community requesting to watch? And that can give you the tools on what you need to work towards success. Those are really the points that I wanted to say. Let me know if you agree with any of them. Do you think that you're kind of discouraged at this time in your creation process? Do you feel like people should keep posting? I mean, unfortunately, sometimes it takes years to develop your platform. I say this in every single video too. Look at the creators you're watching. How long have they been on YouTube? When did they create their channel? When was their first video? Was that a different niche that they're in now? Really do the research, but also give yourself some grace. You know, we're all in this together. I think there's a YouTube plate for everyone to eat. But let me know your thoughts. Please share in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, especially as a small creator. I don't really tell anyone about my YouTube channel, and I do think it's a special community on here. So what's working well for you? Are you concerned about the viewer counts? What are you doing to help chug along? What are you doing that's motivating yourself to keep going, to keep posting despite the views. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't, I just appreciate you being here, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!